This is Contractor Sense with Ruth King.
Welcome to Contractor Sense. Here you discover ideas, tactics, news, and information that matters to your contracting business and you. I'm your host, Ruth King. This episode is sponsored by Profitability Movement. Go to https://profitability-movement.mn.co to join this community of business owners focused on building profit, increasing wealth, and giving back. Thank you for joining us. Here's how we will help your business and you today. What if you wanted a simple, easy to use tablet-based program you could use at the kitchen table to get prices, create a professional proposal, and apply for financing without a hassle? My guest today, Andy Holt, has one. It's called Silver Bullet. Andy, welcome to Contractor Sense.
Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate you having me today.
My pleasure. And I want all of you to know that I heard about Silver Bullet through Andy's brother, David, and I was intrigued. So I had Andy give me a demo of Silver Bullet, and it really is pretty cool. So Andy, why don't you start by saying what Silver Bullet is all about?
All right. Thanks again. Silver Bullet, quite simply, is a piece of software specifically designed for in-home residential HVAC sales and financing and accessory selling all in one. The bottom line is that customers want choices, and Silver Bullet is optimized to offer 4 choices every time you offer an estimate. We capture all the unique things each job requires through what we call our job survey. And as the estimators walking through the home, they're noting things that the particular job needs. Maybe got to replace a drain pan, got to replace a disconnect, add a new return, etc. You put that unique information in the job survey form, and then within literally 2 seconds, you've got 4 configured systems with the unique job survey information included, ready to sell. It's got financing on every job, accessories that are included. It's got everything you need. And one thing that we're real proud of, our users are reporting, and the distributors that we work with, contractor sales up 20 to 30% after they got on Silver Bullet. And they measured that with a higher mix. Contractors typically are selling higher mix products, moving up from 14 to 16, 20 SEER equipment. And again, plus the very, very profitable accessories.
Yeah. And I think giving 4 options, everybody says give them 3 options, but I think sometimes giving 4 options for most of the population, and I know you've got the statistics on this, most don't do the very bottom, most don't do the very top, but most do one of the 2 middle, which is already increasing your SEER rating and things along those lines. So you want to give us the percentages? I can't remember what they were.
Well, typically what we're seeing is with a 4-choice option, you're going to get almost half of your customers debating whether they want to have the next step up from the bottom or the next step or 2 steps up from the bottom. And so half of your business is going to be right there in the middle. And then the other percentages, 20% maybe go high, 20% go low. Really depends on the contractor, of course, and how they're marketing their brand. In other words, their company. But that's what we've been seeing after thousands and thousands of proposals.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is, my thing is that somewhere between 15 and 20% of the population that I've seen in research will never, ever, ever buy anything other than the cheapest price. That's just their mentality. And you've got something for them, which when you said, 20, 25% down there. And then the rest of the 75%, 80% of the population will buy more if they understand value. Correct?
That's correct. And, the Silver Bullet fights a lot of things. I used to be a residential replacement salesman at our family business. And I can tell you firsthand that a lot of times salespeople, because of either fatigue or prejudgment, which is a bad issue. In other words, they just quote what they think the customer is going to buy based on what they see. And we all know how bad we can make judgment calls on that. And Silver Bullet really protects you from you as a salesman in that regard, because it takes no more effort to quote 4 systems than it does 1. So you're increasing your odds. You can look at it a lot like, being a sharpshooter with one shot versus somebody who's using a shotgun who's got, many, many pellets. You're going to hit more things with bigger spread and more offerings. So that's what it's all about. It's no big mystery. I think one of the things that people get nervous about is implementing something like this. How long does it take? What's involved and things like that. And Ruth, you saw a demo. So if I can throw that back on you, did Silver Bullet look like it was a difficult program to implement?
Oh, terribly difficult. No, I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking. I mean, if you look at that, I mean, we went through the setup and everything else like that. What did it take? About 5 minutes? If that.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
10 to 15. If we really, really take our time on the business side, getting all the critical numbers to ensure profitability.
Yeah. I mean, and learning to use it. I mean, quite frankly, I've looked at a lot of these over the years. And I mean, this one is really, really, really easy to set up, and it's really, really, really easy to use. And the other thing that you and I talked about is this one is not for everyone. You want to talk about that for a second?
Yeah, sure. And what we do is we, as a software developer and provider, you have to kind of choose where you're going to be really, really good. And then, other areas to say, yeah, I do that. And yeah, we can do that kind of stuff. Silver Bullet is specifically designed for what we feel is like the most important conversation that you have either on a daily basis or however often you're offering your proposals. But that particular moment in time and setting a profitable price and being able to quote the job and differentiate yourself professionally and how you look, to the customer is really what Silver Bullet's all about. And it's a standalone program. It doesn't connect right now with anything. It has its own sales management, if you will. Every proposal's tracked in there. You can track its status, sold, lost, things like that. You can retrieve old proposals quickly, which is very important because sometimes we never know when a customer is going to call back and say, yeah, I want to go ahead and go with that job you quoted me last week or last month.
Last year.
Last year, yeah. And it doesn't really matter. So really quick proposal retrieval. It's super easy to set up right now with the help of a distributor. We get all the way we work is typically we contact the distributor that the contractor is buying equipment from, and they provide us a data file that we import into Silver Bullet. And then together we make the matchups. In other words, the particular systems that they want to offer. All that stuff takes a little bit of time, but we do a lot on our end and in conjunction with your distributors that you buy your equipment from to get all that done for you. Typically, it takes about 6 hours to completely implement Silver Bullet with the distributor's help. So, and our help as well. And we do all our training over Zoom. You can see exactly what's going on. We don't have a limitation on how many training sessions you have. We simply go through a managerial session first to make sure everything's set, get the pricing right, just right. And then we do a user training series of training classes. And then, of course, unlimited phone and any kind of other technical support they might need.
Got it.
But we're really designed for the company who is that has selling techs as an example. It's kind of a depending on how big the company is. There's a lot of companies out there that have selling technicians. It's ideal for them. Full-time salespeople, very, very good. We're going to really, really streamline their proposal process. And one tip, Ruth,
wait until we get back from break and we can give our tip. Okay.
You bet.
All right. So we need to take a break. So we will be right back. Thanks for listening to Contractor Sense. You can't. That's what my daughter Kate told me when I said I wanted to make financials fun. The gauntlet was laid down. The red blanket was waved in front of the bowl. Ronan the Rubber Duck was born. This ebook is a whimsical look at financials from a duck's perspective. To get this fun, easy-to-read Kindle book, go to Amazon and search for Ronan the Rubber Duck Dives into Financials. That's Ronan, the Rubber Duck Dives into Financials. Let me know if I made financials fun for you. We're back. Thanks for listening to Contractor Sense. I'm talking with Andy Holt, who is one of the trainers, creators, whatever you want to title him, for Silver Bullet, which is a software that helps you with proposal writing, financing, and doing really great things at the kitchen table. Before the break, Andy said, I have one tip. So Andy, what's the tip?
Ruth, in my consulting practice that I've been running for about 20 years, I work with some rather large companies, and they, as you know, in your business as well, you gather a lot of data over time. And what we found was a almost 20% closure rate difference if you gave the proposal today versus tomorrow.
So at the kitchen table.
At the kitchen table, your closure rate goes up almost 20% if you're prepared to close at the table. I know sometimes it's easy and again, speaking from my own past, to tell the customer, hey, I'll get back with you. You're a little tied up. Maybe your day's running a little long. You can only go by and grab the engineering data off of estimate and then get back with them, figure it out later. I get it. I will say that's an expensive, you're adding a lot of additional work. And with Silver Bullet, if you're there doing an estimate and you just have to go and do your job survey, literally you're ready to go on proposal. So don't sleep on it. Don't give them a proposal tomorrow. Do it right now, because your competitors are going to give it to them tomorrow, and you're probably going to get that job today.
All right. So if somebody wants to get a demo, see Silver Bullet, where do they do that?
Absolutely. They can, first of all, if they wanted to contact me, okay to give my phone number?
Sure. Absolutely.
Sure. They could contact me on the East Coast, 706-888-2332, Andy Holt. You can go on our website, and it's at silverbullet.ac. Silverbullet.ac is the company website. And you can request a demo there. You can call me and request a demo. They take about 45 minutes, pretty fast paced. It doesn't take that long because our software is not hard to demonstrate. It's not hard to use, and it doesn't take long to see it. I think you were done in 20 something minutes.
Yeah, I was done within a half hour because we started talking about other stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, it took me less than a half an hour to see the demo. So, and the thing that I want to really emphasize with this is it's meant for kitchen table selling. It's meant to do everything, as you said, at the table, so that you don't have to come back the next day. Obviously in a sales cycle, there are times where the spouse can't be there, or they're doing it on behalf of their mother or something along those lines. And, those things happen, but they don't happen every single day. Correct?
No, they don't. And we do have some contractors that, because of COVID and things like that, and contactless type proposals, guys are in and out of the house, and then they get back on Zoom and talk to the customer over Zoom. So no, I don't think that's the best way, but for some customers, it's a welcomed way. So we definitely want to throw that out there too.
Well, I had one of my clients had a customer call in the middle of COVID and needed a new heating and air conditioning system. And she was like 6 months pregnant. And she said, I don't want anybody in my house. And I get it. I mean, it was COVID time. I mean, in the, a year ago COVID. And so he did the whole thing, over Zoom and FaceTime, and was able to, and they actually closed the deal, and she was gone when they installed it because she didn't want to be around. And, if I were 6 months pregnant, I probably would have been pretty freaked out myself with what was going on. So,
I
but
think
anyway,
the thing is we have to be flexible to our customers' requirements and forget all the mechanical things that we've had to deal with all these years. And this is my 44th year in the industry. Throwing COVID and all the germ type issues we've had to deal with, it's really put us in a change mode. I know a lot of people are taking advantage of IAQ. I applaud that. Do it right, do your research, and help your customer.
yep, absolutely. So is there, I mean, anybody can use this proposal writing, correct? It's not, only one person per area or something like that.
No, yeah, anybody can use it. We have the ability, and in some markets we are getting kind of saturated. We give you the ability to change screen colors, all kind of graphics changes and things like that. And we try to make it to where it's not a loose pair of boots for you, if you will. It's a good fit, very customizable. Another unique feature we have is we allow multiple brands of equipment. And that's very, very important now because of equipment shortages. Often you got to have two, maybe three. Some guys have four lines deep now. So Silver Bullet can handle all those issues. So, if you want something easy to use, it's not expensive. It has a money back guarantee if you don't like it, which I like as a salesperson, because if you're qualified correctly and I've seen your requirements and we've done a demo and you feel good about it, we haven't had a person yet ask for their money back.
That's good. And you'll also tell somebody if it's not for them, correct?
In a heartbeat, and we do have people that ask us, will it do this? Will it do that? And we don't promise things about the future. We focus on what this thing does. It does it very well. We're very proud of it. And we're more than happy to keep a friend and not have a customer in that case. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really important also. So Andy, give us the website again and your cell phone again, please.
Sure. Website will be silverbullet.ac. And my phone number in Columbus, Georgia, 706-888-2332. And if you want to email me, it's andy@silverbulletpricepage.com.
Cool. Final thoughts.
Thank you so much, Ruth. I appreciate everything that you've done. I do want to kind of give a shout out and a word of prayer out to Ron and Betty Smith right now, as Ron's going through some difficult times. So I know he's a big part of your life as well.
Absolutely. So thank you for mentioning that. And thank you for joining us. Choose one thing that you discovered and implement it in your business. These ideas, tactics, and strategies help you make more money, have more free time, and give back. If you like today's program, spread the word. Please review this podcast on any device you're listening to it on. Help a fellow contractor make more money too. For comments or questions, call me at 770-729-0258 or email ruthking@hvacchannel.tv. Thanks for listening. Have a great and profitable day.